everyone, Tony D. Little Joan is asleep on the couch. She's all tuckered out. But this is your Hollywoke hot take. Celebrities, please stop apologizing. The problem with celebrities apologizing is, celebrities, you're already fake. Okay? Jimmy Kimmel, he hosts a show, Jimmy Kimmel Live. Is it really Jimmy Kimmel? That's a version of Jimmy Kimmel. There's a lot of himself in playing a host, but at the end of the day, he's still playing the part of a host. So he's not totally himself. Remember, this is the guy who co-hosted The Man Show, had women with big jugs jumping on trampolines. Remember that show, Jimmy? Yeah, you'd like to forget. The guy who's getting flagged for doing his Karl Malone impersonation. This is some sort of weird apology for, I guess, for white people? I don't know. You got the guy from Blackish like bullying him during the Emmys. You could find this on Twitter if you search for Jimmy Kimmel. If you want to watch a bunch of cringe, it's just sad, and another reason why people aren't going to watch the Emmys, I guess. Don't apologize, Jimmy. People have more respect for you if you stand up for what you believe in. And quite frankly, what did Jimmy Kimmel do? He didn't do anything to anybody. I don't think he needs to apologize at all. On the other hand, Ellen DeGeneres may need to apologize to some people. If any of the news stories are to be believed, apparently Ellen treats her staff very, very badly. Now, is that true? It could be true, or it could be exaggerated. Keep in mind, celebrities do lead a very isolated life, especially someone as big as Ellen DeGeneres. It makes them weird because they're so rich and they're so famous. Excuse me. They can't do anything. If you were worth, think about it, you're worth tens of millions of dollars. You're world famous. You can't go into a Walmart. Oh my God. You go into a Walmart, everybody there will suddenly turn around and focus all on you. And they're going to want autographs. A handful of them will want to pitch TV show ideas to you. Some of them think you're long lost best friends. You can't go into a place like a Walmart. You can't go into any public place, really. People won't leave you alone. Like, if you wanted to go into a Starbucks and have a cup of coffee, good luck with that. I mean, the moment somebody recognizes you, boom, they're going to be right on top of you. You know, unless you wear the celebrity disguise of a baseball hat and sunglasses. Then maybe they don't notice you or don't really recognize you. Oh, that person looks a little bit like Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, but it's probably not her. And a lot of celebrities can't handle the isolation. They start to get weird because they expect that they can do all the things they used to do and nobody can stop them. So, even just going to, a Target or whatever, it would get weird. Now, Ellen's so rich, she probably has a personal shopper, right? I mean, somebody as rich as her probably has a personal shopper. It makes sense. I would. I wouldn't want to go out in public if I was worth that kind of money, especially right now. You could get kidnapped, God forbid. Who knows? But a personal shopper gets all your stuff, and it saves you a lot of time because Ellen is also super, super busy. She's on TV, like 5 days a week, I think? That's a lot of work, She does bits. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of all her comedy bits, but she does try to do bits, and she's got to know who the guest is, got to come up with questions. She's got to get her energy up. That's half the battle in doing a TV show like this. It's about getting your energy up. And her image is about being kind and nice and friendly to people. That's tough to do if you're not feeling well, you had a bad day, or, I don't know, maybe you don't like the guests, but you got to be nice to them anyway. Who knows? So Ellen tried to apologize. It's just not going to work. This is why celebrities, they get weird. They isolate themselves. They get weird. Their fame isolates them. Their money isolates them. And then somebody comes into their office and does something stupid or does something wrong, and you're like, what the hell are you doing in here? You idiot. That's not how I take my coffee. And it's annoying because you're a millionaire, right? You pay people insane amounts of money. And when something goes wrong, you go, oh my God, even at this level, I can't get what I want. You know what I mean? It's like you do all these things, you work so hard, and then you just want something simple. And a lot of times it's a very simple thing. Because again, Ellen can't really go to Starbucks herself. She can't really go out. She'll get mobbed. So she's constantly having people bring her stuff. And when it's wrong, it's like, God damn it, you weren't listening to me. You were just staring at me because I'm so famous, or thinking about how you could talk me into fronting your movie project, or let you be a writer on the show, or whatever. That's really part of the problem for a lot of famous people. They are constantly, the people think they can impose themselves on celebrities. That's why they have these people who get in between you and the celebrity, because it's their job to go, okay, you can do X, Y, and Z, but don't look them in the eye, or don't talk to them about money, or talk to them about, the show or whatever. Like they're the bad guy for the celebrity. Famously, I heard, and I don't know how true this story is, but that one of the bodyguards for a famous celebrity, I'll say, is a famous action star. Let's say super famous, hundreds of millions of dollars. Anyhow, he would throw parties, and then he'd have his guys arrange for women who wanted to be with him in various rooms of the house where the party was going on. So these girls would just sit in the room, and then if the celebrity got bored, he can go up in the room, have sex with the girl, then get dressed again, go back to the party, then go to a different room later on and go have sex with a different girl. And they'd have like 3 or 4 girls lined up that way, and these girls would just have to sit in the room waiting for the celebrity to come have sex with her. Now, I don't know if they were escorts per se, like people at that level. They're just people who will throw themselves at you. Oh, you're famous? Sure, I'll have sex with you. Oh, would you mind waiting in that room for about an hour? There's TV, there's some snacks. Oh, not at all. I'll wait for you right in there, and then we can have sex. I mean, that's kind of the weird life of a celebrity, or at least some of them. So unless you're doing stuff like that through all your various assistants, your life can get pretty weird. And Ellen's married. She's older. I don't know what activities made her happy before she got famous, but she probably can't do any of those. And a lot of times these celebrities too, they're very driven people, and they wanted to be famous, or at least they thought they wanted to be famous, and they spent their whole lives trying to become famous and working on their craft, and now they are, and it's kind of like, well, now what do I do? Well, I got to maintain it. And they maintain it, but that's a lot of work too, and it's kind of like they have no lives. So when something goes wrong, and they're trapped in this little isolated world, it's like you're coming into their bubble. She's like the boy in the plastic bubble, and you're coming in to give her latte, and you get it wrong, and it's like, God damn it, I got to send you out again and get me a different latte? Can't you get this right? What do I pay you for? And that's why she gets mad, because it's like, that's all she had to look forward to was that latte. You would think someone with her money and fame would have all this going on, but she probably doesn't. She can't afford to have all that stuff going on. It's too much work being Ellen, being on the show and doing all that and making all that money. And, there's other business stuff you have to do too to make sure they keep paying you all that money. And there's always competitors who are looking to knock you off your pedestal. And this is probably focusing Ellen. This this is an emergency. I got to save the show. I got to apologize. I got to fix this. So for a few weeks, she'll be absolutely laser focused into making sure she makes this right to keep the show going. But, whether it will or not is another story. But at the end of the day, most people aren't going to understand all those pressures behind the scenes I described. They're just going to go, oh, Ellen's a jerk to her staff. Oh, that's not good. Why would she be a jerk? It's probably because of the tremendous amount of pressure. And, I personally, if I were in her position, I would try to be nice to my staff, but I also try not to be too isolated either. But then again, I'm a weird guy. I'm on the end of the bell curve. Isolation kind of suits me up to a degree, and I'd probably, if I got a show like Ellen, I'd probably be on it until they either dragged me kicking and screaming from the show, or until they found me dead on the set. Just, keeled over on my desk like, oh, well, he's finally dead. It looks like we can finally replace him with someone younger. Which is another thing Ellen always has to worry about, right? It's a shame, like, none of these guys ever just retire. Johnny Carson did, which was nice. Gave him a chance to actually enjoy some of his money. You could have people over for dinner, go on vacations and whatnot. But, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys are just so driven. All they want to do is just work, because they work so hard just to have lots of work. I know, it sounds counterintuitive, but that's show business, baby.